Yeah, I feel good. Came off, pretty good win in January. I would have liked to fight a little sooner, but going back to New Orleans, can't really, pass that up. That's where I live, right outside there. Yeah, matched up with Derek Lewis, who we've previously fought before, and I think it's a good fight. Big, strong guy, powerful. It's the heavyweight deal.
Having experience of fighting someone before. And especially being in this sport where things change, everybody, it seems after a couple fights, they're a different fighter than what they were before. Do you look back on the past fight, and is there anything you could take from that you think still is relevant in this fight, or is he a completely different fighter than what you encountered the first time?
I wouldn't say he's a completely different fighter, but I kind of just keep looking forward either way. I assume he's improved and done, other things, learned some more stuff. He was actually down in the American Top Team for a little while. He was there for a camp, so we trained there a little bit together also. I don't have a problem with the guy. He seems to have something against me, though. I don't know. So
you have trained. You did train together a little bit after you fought.
We trained for about. He was at American Top Team for about a month and a half. I don't remember what it was. Like his first fight for the UFC, I think.
So you used to fight a lot in Louisiana. What does it feel to go back to Louisiana and fight for the UFC there?
It's awesome, especially having roots there from LSU and playing football there. It's great to be able to go back and play in my backyard. Maybe I won't get booed this time, and I might, but it'll be fun, man. A lot of my friends and family can make it, and I'll be able to see my little girl the day before the fight. So it'll be it's different.
What do you? I don't know the details, but he's mentioned a few times that he's wanted this rematch. What about that fight thinks he wants that rematch so bad? Like, he seemed upset with the decision, or?
I have no idea. When a guy legitimately beats me, I don't care. Or maybe he just feels like it was a robbery. I don't know. It was a grappling. It ended up being grappling because he kept hitting me after the bell, and he actually dropped me. And after I was walking back to my corner, the round was over, and he kicked me in the head. And I was like, just going to the third round. My coach jumped over the cage. I was like, dude. But it was, it just, I don't know. It just maybe wants it again. I don't know.
Just one of those.
It's one of those things, I guess. Yeah. I don't have a problem. I don't really like to fight guys twice, but it doesn't do anything for me unless it's guys that are up in the top 10, top 15. In that range, that's good for my career. But fighting backwards doesn't do anything for me.
So this isn't a fight you requested, basically.
No, no. I don't normally request fights. I usually just kind of get them.
Did you ask for anybody on this one?
I had not. I just asked to try to get someone in the top 15, just to kind of move up and compete, move forward in my career.
Having faced a guy that you've already faced before, that you've trained with, is that advantageous to you, or is that kind of a detriment?
It doesn't matter. And there's a lot of guys that say, we train together, we won't fight. I'm sorry, this is what we do. We do this for a living. It's our job. If they want us to fight guys you train with in camp, you have to. It's what you do. Travis Brown's one of my best friends. I love him to death. And I would never want to fight him unless I had to. But and I'm sure he feels the same way. It's one of those things where if they ask you to do, you got to do it. It's not. We're not in this business to negotiate and tell people, oh no, that one's my buddy. They don't think I want that fight.
Would a win over him? Do you think that's something that would warrant a top 10 opponent next?
Derek? I don't know. I think that's up to Joe. I think more so since I'm kind of winning more fights right now, and I think winning another fight in a row, a third fight in a row, would probably give me a tougher opponent for sure. I know I kind of fell. The first time he put me in there, I beat Russo when he was in the top 10, and then I went turn around and got knocked out by Gonzaga. So it was kind of one of those things, So they give you better guys. So
I know you didn't pick him. If you got to pick your next opponent after Derek, obviously. Is there a name out there that?
No, any guy in the top 15 I would love to compete against, and it's out of respect. It's not because it's like, oh, I think I'm gonna beat you. No, it's gonna be a fight. Like I said, it's what we do for a living, all of us. It's our livelihood for the most part. And I would like to compete with anybody. I want to just move forward though. There's these 2 steps forward and fall back. It just kind of delays your career a little bit.
What's your training situation right now? Are you full-time down in Florida, or how's that working?
I am full-time right now at American Top Team. However, I have been kind of planning and trying to see about going back and getting some time back at Jackson's. Coach Winklejohn is amazing. He's the best coach I've had to work with. Comparable to Roger Crawl, who's at American Top Team, but Coach Winklejohn's the one that kind of gave me my style, like how I fight, what I do. So it's a little easier to work. I go back and jump with them, and it's right back into the old days. So, but I also like the altitude training.
Is there a chance you can do both, or it's just
Absolutely, you know, it is. It's and like, the two gyms don't have problems with each other. I mean, the only problem would probably be which heavyweights are there, and where I'm at. Because if I'm training with all the, top 12 heavyweights, they're not gonna want to fight either. So it's gonna be one of those things. You gotta kind of. I think that's the biggest issue about jumping around.
So it's basically timing between the camps.
Time between the camps and time between training partners. Because I think Overeem's over there now, right?
Yeah.
Jump back over there and train over there, but if I get a chance to, fight Overeem, I mean, that's one of those things, because we have Bigfoot Silva at our gym. And we have, some other big guys, Todd Duffy's there. So that's one of those things where if I'm trying to, I'm really short in the pot that I have to pick out to fight. So, that answer your question, or to ask around it?
Yeah, that's great.